The last episode was about how we sleep, and if you missed that, click here and check that out first. This one's about much more. We're talking sleep issues, the biology of what's going on while you are out, and unpacking terms you have definitely heard but maybe never had explained properly. How long does it usually take you to fall asleep? And is your sleep generally wakeful or deep?
I have a deep sleep and it takes me, I think, not more than 10-15 minutes to fall asleep, considering the fact that I do everything which is needed.
So you said कि given कि ये सब कुछ मैच हो रहा है, अगर in case you're traveling and सब कुछ मैच नहीं हो रहा है और you are in a place where कुछ चीज़ें नहीं आप कर सकते हो, तो how does that impact your sleep?
So I travel a lot for work, of course, and otherwise as well. होटल बेड पे नींद आने में थोड़ी दिक्कत होती है. आई एम यूज टू माई ओन बेड. आई ट्राई टू पुट ऑन मेडिटेशन म्यूजिक. Yeah, it's a 15 minutes meditation music which puts me to sleep instantly.
Nice.
And I always carry my eye mask.
Are these like white noise or legit frequencies?
So the one which I'm talking about is a guided meditation. So the person there tells you to take a deep breath, then focus on the breath, and then recall 3 good things that happened during the day.
Gratitude wala na?
Sort of gratitude, but it's basically sleep meditation.
So on normal days, I fall asleep in 10 to 15 minutes. And on the day I want to wake up early, I become podcaster interviewing myself.
तो इट डिपेंड्स. कभी कभी अगर मैं बहुत थकी होती हूँ, सो मैं बेड पे जाने के आधे घंटे बाद सो जाती हूँ. अदरवाइज 4 घंटे 5 घंटे रील स्क्रॉल करने के बाद भी मुझे नींद नहीं आती है. एंड आई डोंट गेट इनटू अ डीप स्लीप. मेरी स्लीप जो है वो बहुत वेकफुल होती है. बट अभी रिसेंट में मैं डीप स्लीप में गई थी, मैं सोई थी. सो आई फेल्ट रियली फ्रेश्ड आफ्टर वेकिंग अप.
I think for me, sleep does not control me. I control my sleep. So if I know that I have a lazy morning tomorrow, I'll sleep good. It will be like plus 10 hours of sleep. If I think I'll have to wake up tomorrow, it will be like 7 or 6, not less than 6. I have a deep sleep because I have to put a lot of alarms. Like, for example, if I have to wake up at 9, my alarm is 9:1, 9:2, 9:3, 9:4. It's like 10-15 alarms. People around me wake up. My roommate wakes up when I was sharing a room with a roommate, and I don't wake up. So it's always very deep sleep.
सोता तो सोता हूँ मैं, like कुंभकर्ण टाइप्स. हाँ, ये है मुझे कि उठते टाइम अगर ज़्यादा शोर शराबा हो रहा हो ना आसपास, तो मुझे palpitations होते हैं.
Have you ever dealt with something like insomnia, sleep apnea, or any other sleep related issues?
It was for a very brief period, which is COVID, when I myself had COVID. That is when I couldn't sleep, but it was not insomnia, I would say. It was just stress which was causing sleep disturbance. We always say that in urban cities or in urban environment, people don't have good sleep. Rural areas में तो बहुत मज़े से सोते होंगे. It's not true. There was a study and there's actually a Indian Society for Sleep Research. A lot of people might not even know about it. They had done a study a few years back in Puducherry, South India, and they had over 500 people, average age around 38 years, to understand कि rural areas में क्या इनको अच्छी नींद आती है. Surprisingly, 95% people did not get quality sleep. Insomnia is a very huge, I would say, something which is increasing day by day in India. Let's not even go to any other place. In India, insomnia is a issue. Rural areas उसको address भी नहीं कर रहे, वो accept ही नहीं करना चाहते कि हमें नींद नहीं आती है.
Sleep is something that for a very long time we have been self-diagnosing, and we have been asking normal, like our friends, family, for advice instead of going for an healthcare expert or something.
I haven't had any major, long run issue, but the scarier part is like most of the people have like insomnia, and sleep apnea is very common. People just walk around like zombies, drinking caffeine. Some people also flex it like I sleep for 3 hours, which is not the right way. I myself flex it whenever I sleep for less hours, but this is not the way.
Almost 60-70% of people worldwide have insomnia in one way or the other, and a major reason for this is we wear such tags like sleep disturbances, sleeplessness, or burnout as a badge of honor. Your health can take a toll after a while. In your youth, in your younger days, maybe you're sleeping less and you're feeling refreshed also after like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. But in the longer run, your health takes a toll. Your mental health, your physical health, it tends to take a toll.
Yeah, I totally agree with her. Like your health, like after 30 people say that, वो कहते हैं ना 21 से 25 के बीच में आप जो करोगे उसका रिजल्ट आपको 28 के बाद पता लगेगा. योर बॉडी रिएक्ट्स इन दैट वे. जहाँ तक बात है इंसोम्निया स्लीप एपनी के, आई एग्री मैनी पीपल आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम इट एंड बहुत लोगों को पता भी नहीं उनको हो क्या रहा है, बिकॉज दे डोंट गेट इट चेक्ड और डायग्नोस्ड फ्रॉम प्रोफेशनल्स बाय प्रोफेशनल्स, राइट. वही है, दोस्तों से बात कर ली या घर पे हल्दी वाला दूध पी के सो गए. घर वाले तो ये होता है ना, सो बेड पे लेट के आंखें बंद करके देखो, फोन छोड़ के देखो, बट इट्स नॉट दैट इजी. जहाँ तक मेरी बात है, मे बी आई एम सफरिंग फ्रॉम, बट आई डोंट नो.
What's sleep debt? And do you think you are currently carrying any?
I was carrying until last week. Now I am not. But there's one very funny thing when we talk about sleep debt, that people think कि यार मैं ना कोई मैच था पूरी रात और मैं पूरी रात जगा रहा, अब मेरी तो नींद पूरी नहीं हुई. अब मैं ऐसा करता हूँ, अगले 3 दिन ना I'll sleep extra. You can never repay your sleep debt by sleeping extra.
So basically, sleep debt is like your body saying, keep playing with me, I am keeping the score. Also, I think I have sleep debt, and which will never be, repaid.
Actually, my notion for sleep debt is very different from others. I think of it as a banking system where the interest for the sleep debt is your health.
Sleep debt is people don't consider the interest they pay for the sleep debt, which is like the usual case, which ends up impacting your mental health and physical health, as well as your psychological patterns. Because आप 1-2 हफ्ते तक अगर 4 घंटे सो रहे हो, 4 दिन तक भी सो रहे हो, after the 5th day, your energy levels will go down. Your physicality will get worse, and you won't realize what happened, because normally people think that okay, some deficiency might be there, एकदम से कुछ हो गया, but no, it's because of your sleep.
So your body feels almost paralyzed when you are in REM sleep. Do you know why that happens, and what happens when that mechanism fails?
REM stands for rapid eye movement. When you're in your REM sleep, you basically dream. You have vivid dreams, you have different kinds of dreams. And the other type of sleep is deep sleep. Deep sleep is important for recovery. It's important, especially everyone, of course, but majorly for athletes, people who work out. Deep sleep is important for recovery. REM sleep is important for your mental health, for your other bodily functions. Recovery is, of course, physical recovery, but your mental, when we talk about your brain activity, brain functioning, and your IQ. So that's where REM is very important.
REM sleep is like when brain goes into full Netflix mode, drama, dreams, and everything. And on the other hand, the sleep paralysis thing is there, which is basically when your brain is awake but you are not awake, which is kind of feel like a horror movie.
That actually comes under parasomnia and other sleep related movement disorders, like you tend to grind your teeth, which is bruxism, and you fidget through your feet is fidgeting, and you are constant body movements, and this thing like parasomnia, that makes you more tired even after a good sleep. You are feeling fatigued, tired. I think a major portion of our sleep is REM sleep, because I don't know the exact percentage, but more than half of the sleep is spent dreaming, and which is very healthy actually.
What about when we sleep without any dreams?
That is also fine, as long as you don't have any movement related activity, you are feeling restful after it, that is okay.
It's wild how much happens in your body every night without you noticing any of it. That's why sleep is so important. Now that we know what can go wrong and why, it's time to talk about what to actually do about it. That's next. See you in the next one.